Bearded Bros podcast on the Tired Sports Network.
Two bearded dudes sitting in a pod, talking sports, never really bored. From football to basketball, they dive deep, laughing and debating, making us keep. They share their thoughts, no matter how wild, in a room filled with beard and pride. The refs might not understand, but they know what's right, no need to explain. The Bearded Bros, they're the best podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest, laugh and learn as they say. They're not afraid to disagree. In a world of sports, they'll always be free. Bearded wisdom you can rely. In their podcast, you won't feel shy. Through wins and losses, they stay true, discussing every play through and through. Their passion for games is clear to see. In their chatter, we all agree. The Bearded Bros, they're the best podcast fun with no rest. Sports talk with a side of jest, laugh and learn as they say. They're not just talk, they act too, making jokes, giving us a clue. The Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew. Bearded Bros, they're the crew. Podcast fun till the very end, you knew.
What is up, everybody? I'm Dustin with the Bearded Bros on the Tired Sports Network. Got a good show for y'all tonight. But before we start, I actually have a co-host tonight. And no, it's not Casey. I let Casey have a night off because he's MVP. And MVPs every now and again deserve a night off. But I do have a special one. It is a really good friend of mine. Not just a good friend, but you can say we look alike. Say a brother from another mother, maybe. That is the one and only Mr. Nicholas Davis himself. Mr. Nick, what is up, man?
Nothing much. How about you?
Man, living the dream.
Best way to live.
Well, man, thanks for coming on, man. I'm talking years ago, probably, you would say.
6 years, almost 27 years ago, to be exact.
Not that, but we've always kind of talked about doing this. And now it finally gets to happen. So,
Yeah.
for one,
3 years.
thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me.
Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, man. Everyone, this might be my new co-host. I don't know. I told him I was going to give him an interview like he was at a job, you know. That's what I told him, but see how he does. Well, tonight on the docket, what we got? We got the NFC and AFC breakdown. NFC AFC South breakdown, which is going to be really good. Of course, we got the Rank That segment like we have every Wednesday. And then we're going to talk about some stuff going on just in sports, some news, that stuff that's came out today. Or really not some stuff today, but some stuff this week that I think needs to be talked about. So with that being said, man, we're going to start with the AFC and the NFC breakdown. The AFC South is meh, my opinion.
Yeah.
And personally, by the way, Nick is from Houston, but he's not a Houston's fan. So if he tries to claim he is not a Houston's fan. Not that he has. There's no problem being a Houston fan. There's nothing wrong with the Houston Texans. But I think this division. By the way, before we talk about it, did you see what Cam Ward said today about the Tennessee's offense?
I didn't, but I know he didn't do good today in training camp.
Well,
5 interceptions.
I saw a post from him. Now, I don't know how true it is, but he said that the offense is very mid. Okay.
It is very mid, in my opinion.
So my thing is I think Cam Ward got used to being like in Miami, they had no defense. It was all about him in the passing game. And I think now, and I think most people would agree that the running back game is shining more in the NFL more than it has in a long time. Like it's starting to really start to not like take over, but like also mean more. They're getting paid more, and they should, because I think the quarterbacks, in my opinion, are overpaid. All athletes are overpaid, in my opinion, but that's for another talk for another day. But for him to say it's very mid, and again, I don't know how true that statement is. You know, on all these social media platforms, people post stuff. Don't know if it's true, but if it is true, that's not really a good way to start your rookie year saying your offense is very mid. For one, you're still learning the offense, okay?
Yes.
But Tennessee is going to be nothing against Cam Ward. I think he can be a phenomenal quarterback in the NFL. I think it's going to take some time. Obviously, with Will Levis getting hurt, being shut down for the season, Cam Ward's going to start. He don't get a chance to, which I don't know, he might have started anyways. Will Levis wasn't a great quarterback anyways. But Tennessee, I don't think is going to be no better than they have been. So really, I think this is like Houston's division to lose. Like
It really is.
Like Jacksonville. Like, what is Jacksonville going to do? Like, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, has he hit his peak performance? Can Travis, or can he be any better? That's my question with Trevor Lawrence. Can he be any better in the NFL, or is he at his peak? Indianapolis doesn't know who their quarterback is. They have Richardson, but you know, he's had his
ups, he's had his downs, but it's more of a down.
He's had a bunch of downs and not a lot of ups. So I expect him to have a better year. Hopefully he will. But we'll see with that. And then Houston, like I said, Houston, CJ Stroud, this is their division to lose. They will lose it on their own if they lose it. It's not because I think they lose to the team. They're just going to lose it because they don't play good. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, it's either going to be Houston or the field. Because I think Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Tennessee are going to be all about the same, in my opinion. But what are your thoughts on the AFC?
AFC.
The AFC South. What are your thoughts on this division? I mean, because
you put a good nail in it, but it is Houston's division to lose.
Yeah, it is.
But if Cam Ward called the Tennessee Titans mid, they do have a top 10 running back if he's healthy. It's all about health.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ex-Cowboys running back. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Pollard. He can be. He's a really good running back.
Good running back if they use him the way he's built to be ran.
Yeah, I mean, he was good in Dallas.
He's a good running back, but he's nothing compared to what Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was an elusive back. He's more of a just get these few yards, and they don't need to use. If they use him in the wrong way, it's not going to work out well for him.
Yeah, he's like he's your smaller running back.
Yeah, he's a smaller running back,
but he's also good out of the passing game.
Yes, you need to use him like how the 49ers use McCaffrey on the out in a slot. And if they don't use him, it's not going to end well.
Right. So I don't, like I said, I don't know how true those comments are. I personally don't like how he called him mid. I don't know if I go that route. Like, wait for the offense to develop. Like, especially for a rookie quarterback, you can't say those things. Like, that's already putting a bad taste.
He needs to stay in his lane until he knows the workings of the NFL and how you're going to come up against other teams.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let the season start.
Yes.
And it will show week 1 of the preseason.
Yeah.
because he will play, even though he's going to be the starter. He will play unless he gets injured. If he can't perform against the sorry, got crazy kids in the background.
Yeah.
If he can't perform in
I
the
hate him.
preseason, then I'm not sure how well he'll do in the regular season, because that's a whole different level of competition. The
By
preseason's
looking at that roster, they have no. He's gonna start because the other two people on that roster are not cannot do anything.
yeah, no,
they're
I completely
very-
agree. They're mid,
They're below mid. The
Oh,
two
they're
backups
below
are
mid.
very below mid.
right? So I don't know, him saying that, I'd pump the brakes. Indianapolis, you got to figure out.
Indianapolis, I'm going to say their best bet is do not decide who your starting one quarterback is until week 1 of the regular season, because
Who is it? Is Anthony
back-
Richardson?
it's
Who's the other
Anderson,
quarterback?
you have Daniel Jones.
Daniel
and-
Jones. So that's an interesting thing,
Yes.
because Daniel Jones played for the Giants, of course. He had good times there.
He had good time. It's just that division was not built for the Giants were not built the way he needs to play.
No, to me, like, it was actually a good change of scenery for him, even when he
Yes.
went to Hazel. Shh. Daniel Jones, I actually think, will be the starter.
Oh yeah, I'm
Like,
thinking that way.
I actually like Anthony Richardson. It's not that I don't like him. He just has done too much talking and not enough playing to do the talking.
Yeah.
So Indianapolis has to figure that out. Like, who can win you ball games and move the ball offensively? And you're looking at Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, obviously, he can be injury prone because he does like to run the ball, even though I think he's a phenomenal runner. I mean, he's a running style quarterback. He can run the ball. That's the reason he got hurt his rookie year
Yeah.
when he was starting, because he ran the ball too much. And sometimes that doesn't always transition well into the NFL. There's only a very few that actually
There's
can
only like Lamar Jackson. Well, look, Patrick Mahomes. He was a running quarterback, got hurt. He don't run the ball anymore because
he doesn't run unless he has to. Like,
He has to.
literally
And he
has
runs out
to.
of bounds. He does not run up the middle of the field
Right.
and that's why he tore his ACL in, I think, year 1.
Yeah, year 1, yeah. And then you have, Jalen Hurts is another running quarterback that can fairly
Yes,
do it
but
well.
he is small and he's well built, so he has the protection on his body.
Yeah,
Andrew Wilson's
exactly.
6'5", 210 is not. He's very limber. He's going to get hurt.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson, I hope this offseason he worked on being an actual quarterback and not trying to be the runner and the quarterback. I think he can throw the ball. He just has to focus on that. That's kind of where I see Indy. And then Jacksonville is like I was saying.
It's all up to Trevor Lawrence.
Like, can he elevate his game to another level? Or is this it? Have we seen peak Trevor Lawrence? That's a question I think we will be able to answer at the end of this season. Now,
And that's the same way we talked about Cam Ward.
yes.
Trevor
Like-
Lawrence at Clemson was the star. It was built
Oh, yeah.
around him.
Yep.
And it kind of gives me a factor out there. You had one of the best defensive players, and he asked out. Why did he ask out? And he said it was because of the offensive room. What happened in an offensive room for him to want to ask out and get traded?
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, so hopefully we see one of these other 3 teams challenge Houston, because, like I said, I do believe it's Houston's to lose. So with that being said, who would you – I'm going to ask a question. I think we will say the same answer, but do you think Houston will win the division? And if you do, who could be your surprise winner of that division?
So it's going to be Houston. We know it's going to be Houston. The only way they're going to get dethroned is if a major injury happens.
Like last year, they had a lot
CJ.
of injuries.
And CJ.
Yeah.
Especially if CJ goes down, they're done for. But my surprise is going to be a little controversial, but I really think it's going to be the Colts. If they
Okay,
can
well-
get their stuff in order, it's going to be the Colts. Because I don't think Jacksonville, their defense is really on the bad end right now after losing star players on the thing. I'm going to say the Titans are still on that, rebuilding stage. They're still not, they're still learning, they're still in infancy. They need to learn how to do everything. It's pretty much, I think it's going to be the Colts. It's going to be the surprise. It's going to give Houston their money.
Yeah, I got Houston. I think Houston should win this division with ease. But again, unless injuries deplete themselves and or they just don't win games because they're not playing the way they should. But I think if there's the thing I like about for me, I don't see Tennessee being the surprise. But it's hard for me to pick Indianapolis or Jacksonville. But what I do like better is kind of what you said. I do like Indy's defense better. And I think offensively is who they're going to go with. Like, if they go with Daniel Jones, I think they have a better shot just because of the experience. He has played in one of the toughest divisions you could say in the NFL. You know, one of the toughest. I'm not going to say the toughest, but one of the most, I'll say competitive in professional football is the NFC East, of course, with the Giants and the Eagles and Philadelphia. I already said that, in Washington. So, like, that division is really competitive. So, he's had that experience. So, with that, I think I'm going to go Indianapolis as well because I do think they have the better defense out of Jacksonville and Indianapolis, my opinion. But I don't know how I can trust the offense right now. I want to see them play. Give me a couple of weeks in the season. Let's see how they're doing. Can they put points on the board? Can they run the ball efficiently a little bit to kind of complement the quarterback room? That's going to be what's up in the air. But I completely agree with everything you picked because that's where I would go right now if the season was to start today.
I just randomly looked at Jacksonville's schedule. If they're lucky, they maybe go 2-4 or 2-5 in the first game because they are picking powerhouses after powerhouses the first 7 weeks of the season.
Well, I mean, that's what the NFL is all about. You got to be the best. You got to play the best. So we'll see how the division turns out. I think it's an interesting division because of what they could be. So we'll see. Man, let's transition to the NFC South. This is an interesting one for me.
This is a very interesting one.
Looking at it, most people would pick Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah, it's Tampa.
I still think Baker Mayfield is an underrated quarterback in the NFL.
He's definitely underrated. He was in a bad situation with the Browns.
Well, who? Okay, Nick. Who hasn't been in a bad situation with the Browns? What quarterback has gone to the Browns and succeeded? Like realistically,
Jay Cutler had a little run there, but it was not good.
Like, their best quarterback recently was Joe Flacco, and now he's back on the team. Like, I'm being realistic. Like, that playoff run they went to 2 years ago was the best season the Browns have had in a while. Like, realistically. So, but he's not there. Oh, he's in the Browns. So, like, what this division is going to be good. I love Tampa Bay. Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Shout out to Brandon, my buddy at the Sports Nuts. He's a big Atlanta fan.
But
Atlanta
is going to play though.
Well, Kirk Cousins ain't going to be there. He's not the starter. He won't be the starter.
We know he's not the starter, but
no.
Who's going to be I think he's out the door already though.
Well, yeah, I mean he's just
eat that money.
They're going to have to. But it's definitely going to be Michael Penix Jr., and it should be Michael Penix Jr.
Oh, most definitely.
He's almost a veteran in the NFL. I know he's on year 2, but he had 4 years or 5 years of college. I can't remember. He has the experience. I thought last year they waited too long to play him. Like their season, I actually predicted Penix to play against Dallas last year, and it didn't happen. So you got Atlanta. Defense is his. They're okay. They're not bad. Yeah. They have weapons. They do. Bijan Robinson. They've got to start. I've said this for. Well,
they need to get their run game under control.
They need to use him the way he needs to be used. That's their problem. So we'll see what Atlanta does offensively. I think defensively they're pretty good, but it's always what the offense can do. And I'm excited to see what Michael Penix does as the starter. From day one, let's see how he does. Let's see if they can be better than they were last year and have a shot at this division, because now you're competing, you're going after Tampa. New Orleans, who's the quarterback? Are you going to start the rookie Tyler? Are you going to go with,
Yeah.
like, who are you going to go with offensively? Because you have Alvin Kamara still, right?
That's if
So
he
you-
stays healthy, though. Every
have-
week he's either questionable or out.
But look at this. They actually have a loaded running back room. People, you've got to realize
They
they have
do,
Cam,
and
they
they
have
have
Cam
a-
Akers, they have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Like, they have a running back room, right? But when I look
Ooh.
at the quarterbacks here, you have Spencer Rattler, Jake
I
Hayner,
think
Hunter
I think
Deckers,
that
Tyler
Spencer's
Sopes.
going to start week 1.
You think so?
I think Spencer's going to start.
Listen, I've been following Spencer Rattler since his high school days. He went to when he went to Oklahoma, it didn't pan out. Okay. Then he goes to South Carolina, and South Carolina wasn't what it was when he was there compared to how South Carolina was last year.
Yeah.
Spencer Rattler last year, he did okay. He wasn't phenomenal, but he did okay, as being the starter after Derek Carr got hurt. Now Derek Carr retires. So really, I think it's between him and Tyler. It depends on who had a good training camp and who can produce during the preseason to show lights of the offense. Who
Yes.
can be accurate, who can not turn the ball over. That's who your starter is going to be. The thing between Spencer and Tyler is Tyler has the body and the – I mean,
He
maybe
has
not
the
athletic.
height. He has a good 6 inches on.
Yeah, he's
on
6'5".
Spencer.
He's 6'5", 219. He doesn't weigh a ton, which is okay. I think they got to figure out who's going to produce and not turn the ball over and be efficient and who can move the ball down the field. Because they have weapons. They have Brandon Cooks. They have Chris Olave. Like, you have these weapons. You've got to use them.
But Chris Olave has been injured, so we don't know how he's going to produce coming out of it.
I mean, I think they'll be okay.
Oh, they're going to
Like,
have to find their
Last
footing.
year, they're going to find their footing because last year they started off hot. When they
They
murdered
did start off
Dallas,
hot.
when they murdered Dallas, I was like, whoa. And then it just fell apart. Now,
did fall
granted,
apart.
Derek Carr was hurt, right?
Yeah.
And Alvin Kamara had some injuries too. So we'll see what New Orleans does. And then, of course, the one and only, the Carolina Panthers.
Just hear me out. I think that Bryce is going to have a jump up year. Hear me
I
out.
agree. I actually agree with you. I don't disagree. Last year, when he got benched,
yeah,
that was the
he
best
took it
move.
personally. He took that stuff personally, and
did.
he has trained hard. And he said,
He's trained. And when he got benched, he came back, and we actually saw an improved Bryce Young within the season.
"Yes,
Most people don't agree, and I'm one of them. If you're the starter and you get benched and you come back in, I don't like that move, but hear me out. I'm okay with it in the situation they were in. Because you bring in the red man, I can't remember his name. He played for TCU. Andy Dalton. There you go. That's just it. They brought in Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton was playing okay. He wasn't playing bad. And then they were like, okay, Bryce Young, you get another chance. And when he came in, he played great. They have, in my opinion, a fantastic running back who they just signed.
yes."
They brought in, they drafted the what's his name? I can't think of his name.
What position?
They drafted McMillan out of Arizona.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of who they drafted. I had to think about the receiver they drafted. Okay, but listen, they actually have
Oh,
some receivers.
We forgot about somebody for Jacksonville.
Who?
It's gonna for that defensive side. It's gonna be Elijah Moore.
Who?
It's gonna be Elijah Moore. 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 It's gonna be Elijah Mo We forgot about Travis.
Listen. Okay, hold on.
I thought about that.
We're gonna go back to that. Let's finish this, and we're gonna go back to that because I'm glad you brought that up because that needs to be talked about. That's a good one. But listen, this team, when you look at this on paper, they actually look like they can compete. They do. Obviously, you have Bryce Young, right? Andy Dalton's still there, so you still have that veteran quarterback behind Bryce Young. Then you have Rico Dowdle from Dallas, your running back. You have Trevor Etienne, who they just drafted. You have Hubbard. They have a good running back room, too. Okay? Then you go to wide receivers. They have Jimmy Horn Jr., who was at Colorado last year. I like him. I don't know how much playing time he'll get, but I like him. I thought he was great at Colorado. They have Xavier Leggett from South Carolina, the old country boy that I think will have a great year. They have McMillan. They have Hunter Renfrow and Adam Thielen. Like when you look at this offensively, they look good.
They look great.
So the question is, can they actually compete in the division now? They're
That's
little
a
young.
great question. It's if they can. What do you call it? Work as a team, not as individuals.
Yeah, I think they have a decent team here. The question is, can the offensive line protect for Bryce Young? Because when you come from Alabama, and most Alabama quarterbacks flourish.
Yes, because they're protected by the biggest people on the planet Earth.
They have great offensive linemen there. They always have playmakers, receivers, everybody. It shows you when you transition to the NFL, and of course, when you are that level of caliber of prospect coming out of college, you're going to go to a bad team.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You're not a top 3 pick for no reason, but you're going to go to a bad team. I think looking at this division, I think Carolina's going to surprise some people, but I have 2 key factors for this team. It's the offensive line, and can the coaching staff put them in position to win football games? That's my key to Carolina's season. If they can do that, then I think Carolina can surprise some people just looking at it. That's my thoughts on it. And I love it because, again, you have Tampa Bay, Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield.
It's old Mike Evans. Let's clarify that. And old Mike Evans.
Mike Evans he ain't had an under 1,000-yard season since, I believe, if I'm correct, and I could be wrong, since high school.
He's gonna start slowing down. He's gonna his body's not gonna be able to handle that for much longer.
Nah, come on, Nick. It's Mike.
He's in
Evans.
year 13. I think. What is he going to year 13?
He could be in year 15. Until I see that dude have an under 1,000-yard season, the dude hasn't done it since high school. Since high school. The Tampa Bay is going to be good. But give me your winner of the division and your sleeper.
Tampa Bay is going to win the division.
Okay. Who could be your sleeper?
My sleeper.
Your legit sleeper.
My legit sleeper, I really think it's going to be Carolina if they can get their stuff under control.
I like it. I agree. I think Tampa Bay is the clear-cut favorite based off of what we know so far. If you're going off of last year and how they were, and Baker Mayfield being Baker Mayfield, if he still is Baker Mayfield this year, I expect them to be the clear-cut favorite. But I can't go Carolina yet as my sleeper. And I'm not sure if this is necessarily a sleeper pick, because I think this team is going to do a lot better than they did last year. I'm going Atlanta is my sleeper winner of the division.
I can see that.
I think we're going to see Michael Penix play the way he should play. I think we're going to see Bijan Robinson play the way or use the way maybe they should have used him since he's been there. If we get that offense, you got Kyle Pitts, who the tight end, like they have the weapons in Atlanta. They have the team. But can they get it done with Michael Penix Jr.? That's going to be the question.
That is the biggest question.
So, like I said, I have Tampa Bay winning, but my sleeper pick is going to be Atlanta Falcons to win the division. And I know my friend Brandon from the Sports Nuts, if he's listening, if he ain't, he would love to hear it. So with that being said, again, shout out to Brandon at the Sports Nuts and Atlanta Falcons.
And if they make the playoffs, they're going to blow it 28-3 lead again.
Don't curse them that way, man. Tom Brady ain't here no more. They ain't playing against Tom Brady and the Bucks. But again,
I thought he was on the Patriots when that happened.
He was.
Why'd you say the Bucks?
Well, just because they were in the division. But yeah, it was at the Patriots. But still, I like Atlanta, man. I think it's going to be a good squad.
It's going to be a good team.
Those are my two teams to win that division. But I think I'm picking Carolina. I'm not Carolina. I do like Carolina though. On paper, they look
good.
They look like the best they've looked in a while. They just got to put it together.
15?
Oh my God! I mean, since probably Christian McCaffrey was there, and they weren't even great then. But that was when they were still putting the fans there. I mean, the fans are always going to show up to games, but that's when they were putting product out there. And now it's time for Bryce Young and Hubbard and all these weapons offensively. They've got to show that, we have the weapons now. We just got to put it together. So I completely agree with you what you said about Carolina. I like your surprise pick. I think it's a great surprise pick because I think they could surprise people in the league. So, great picks there. But Nick, we're going to go to this is my favorite segment. That's why I created this. It's the Rank That segment. And so usually, I know you haven't been a part of it, it's usually a ranking of some kind. But here lately, it's not necessarily a ranking. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. But this is a good one. I like this one. This is going to be a tough thing to do. I'm curious to see what you pick. So I'm going to put it up on the screen real quick.
Okay.
All right. So you got to pick your offensive core from the all-time team. Okay. But you can only use $12 to do it.
Oh, we got $12.
All you have is $12.
One from each position?
Well, I mean, I would hope so. You ain't going to put a quarterback and wide receiver, are you?
Hey.
I mean, I guess
if Hill was up there, I might put him in.
Let me take this border off. Let me take this thing off so we can see the bottom part. All right. So, Nick, start me off. You got $12. Who's your quarterback? Who are you picking out of these 5 quarterbacks? And I'm going to write this down to make sure you don't overspend and cheat on me here.
I'm not going to overspend on you. That's the funny thing about it.
All right. Okay. So who are you picking as your quarterback from this all-time?
I want to go with my man Aaron, but I'm not going to. I'm not going with Aaron. I want to go with Aaron, but I'm not going to go with Aaron.
He's only $1, man.
I got to go with the sheriff.
Who?
You got the sheriff, Peyton Manning.
Oh, okay. So you got Peyton at $3. So you got $9 left.
Okay. I'm going to catch him a wide receiver. I'm taking Randy Moss.
Okay. So you're $7 in for Randy Moss. All right.
Got $5 left.
You got $5 left.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go under budget here because I'm gonna pick my boy Gates at tight end for $2.
Okay. Okay. So now you have $3 left.
$3. I'm going under budget. I think I'm gonna go with Mr. Smith.
Okay. So you use $11, and you got Peyton Manning, you got Rice, you got Gates, and you got Smith. I like it. You stayed under budget at $11, and you built a team. All right. I'm gonna give you mine. Whew, that's
Only
gonna be
reason I
tough.
know that those work together because they are my starters on my Madden Ultimate Team, and they kill people in online play.
I'm going to go quarterback first, and this is a tough one for me. And I'm not going to pick anybody you picked. That's why I'll let you go first. I'm going to go nobody you picked. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to because I want to make this interesting. Okay. So I got Brady, Montana, Elway, and Rogers. People would say I'm crazy for not picking Brady, right? That's $5 off the rip.
But
I'm
Brady don't have that coach though. That's the big thing. That coach makes a difference on that defensive side.
I mean, he did pretty well in Tampa Bay.
But Tampa Bay had a good defense when he was there.
I mean, he did. They did. He did. They did. The whole team did. Man, I do these, and Nick, I never know who I'm going to pick, and I still do them. I don't even. I literally just see these, and I make it. I don't ever even look at it again until Wednesdays, and I do this because I like to guess. But I'm gonna be interesting here. Give me Aaron Rodgers. $1. I say it's $1 well spent. Give me Aaron Rodgers.
You're getting the Steeler Aaron Rodgers, right? Not that Green Bay Aaron
Oh,
Rodgers.
no, it's a Green Bay, baby.
That Green Bay Aaron Rodgers is more like a $3 to $4 range, not that $1 range.
Hey, not on this. Not on right here is $1, baby. I'm spending that $1 on Aaron Rodgers. At the running back position, God Almighty, this is hard.
It is a hard.
Give me Barry Sanders for $3.
Barry Sanders.
I went Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders' career was cut short because he was just done playing and didn't want to play the game anymore.
He also played on a bad team, though. That's the same thing with Megatron. Megatron was elite. He didn't have nobody around him.
So did Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, he had elite won a Super Bowl the first year.
I've only spent $4. I got $8 left. Man, I got to go Randy Moss here. Give me Randy Moss.
Oh, so you're gonna pick the same one as me? Okay.
I thought you got Jay Rice. That's what I have here.
I got Randy Moss.
Oh, you got Randy? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll go Rice.
Okay.
Rice for $5. Okay, that's $5. I've spent $9. I have $3 left. I only have. Oh my God.
You can go Gates. I know because I don't know who.
No. I'm not gonna go Gates. I don't know.
I like how you put two Chargers over there.
I don't know who Winslow is. I don't know who Mackey is, but I'm gonna go Mackey because I love the face mask on the helmet. I don't know who he is. Being honest with you, but
you're gonna go under $2.
I'm under $2. Give me Mackey, and that is our team. And I love it. We did great here. Now the question is, if we were playing 5-on-5, whose team wins? Realistically,
it's
it's
gonna be a close matchup.
But I'll be honest with you. I would give the nod to you because I know all of your players. I don't know. You know what? We got to do some information checking real quick.
Here's the thing. You have a deep threat quarterback with a slot receiver, wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers is not a good slot receiver thrower quarterback. So you're going to have issues there. You do have a good running back, though.
I love the running back.
We don't know who the Lions are. We can have the Lions, or we can have some good line that's going to actually block for him.
Well, we could have the Cowboys line from the 90s in here. We don't know that. But, so, John Mackey, here was his stats. He only played for 10 seasons.
Okay.
He played for the Baltimore Colts. Obviously, they were the Colts. And he played for the San Diego Chargers. For 10 seasons, he had
3 Chargers on that list.
Technically, I have 3. So, he caught 331 passes, 5,236 yards, and 38 touchdowns. And he was a 3-time All-NFL player and a 5-time Pro Bowler. he played a key role in the Super Bowl victory in 91 for the Colts, or 97 or 1971 for the Colts. I feel good about that pick.
Okay.
But I still like Antonio Gates better. So that is my deciding factor for me in this is I would give the nod to you because of that tight end position. The problem with Antonio Gates is, well, he didn't win the Super Bowl, but he was phenomenal tight. I mean, all these tight ends.
He played for the Chargers.
I know, but it didn't matter, man.
That
He was so
division
good.
was always stacked. Tell me one
I
time
know.
that division was not had a good team on that.
I know, but I cannot believe I can't believe either one of us didn't pick Gonzalez or Gronkowski. And the only reason I didn't is because I ran out of money. I couldn't pick.
Okay, first of all, Gronkowski can't do nothing without Brady. If you'd have picked Brady and Gronkowski, that'd be a different story.
That is
Gronk
always
can't do nothing without.
that's a
Gronk can't do
question,
nothing
man.
without-
That would be an interesting, and that's an interesting topic. Hold on, let me take this off the screen because I liked our
And then-
middle view here.
Um,
So that is an interesting question. Is Tom without Brady, Brady without Tom? It's never been done. I think it happened Brady's last year. I don't think Gronkowski played.
yes,
Maybe
and
2 years.
Gronkowski was booty water.
Well, so was Travis Kelce this year. Maybe he has a comeback year.
Yes, but Travis Kelce became the all-time leading scorer, rush, and yards in the playoffs this season.
I mean, we'll see.
And he's on track to be in the have the most yards and receptions in the regular season this year if he has a good year.
Well, he's got to actually catch the ball and produce. Because realistically, Travis Kelce was a no-show last year. Like, all year. He had maybe one good game. I think that team just was – I mean, obviously, they went to the Super Bowl. But you could just tell
I love
Philly
the Chiefs, but they got their butts handed to them in the Super Bowl.
– oh, they did. They got their butts
I
handed
guess
to
they
them.
stacked Eagles team.
Yeah, that Phillies team's that defense was crazy. On to the next thing. In the sports news world, in general, the first thing I want to talk about, and I want to be respectful towards it. So obviously, I'm going to assume everyone saw this shooting today at the headquarters, or not today, this week.
It happened yesterday.
It's a very sad thing because the ex-player, obviously, according to reports, that he had potential CTE. So obviously, mentally, maybe not have been right.
Most definitely.
So
Hopefully, he can get the help he needs.
my question about that, and I know this isn't all sports, but it's within the sports world. Do we think that the players are protected enough physically, or do they sometimes play maybe when they shouldn't because they are physically hurt? That is kind of my ordeal.
That is a great
had
question.
We've had a
And
lot.
the best example is Tua in Miami.
Of
They
course,
need
like-
to. He needs to retire. He's going to be brain dead eventually because he keeps getting concussion after concussion after concussion, which is messing him up bad.
I mean, concussions are the biggest injury in football, in my opinion. Like, you can break a bone, you can break a leg, you can break an arm. Like, those are.
But you can come back from that. Too many concussions, you can't come back from that.
Yeah, you can't. And I think the league has done a pretty decent job because they protect the quarterback more than they ever have. That's fair to say. But I don't know what more they can do to protect a quarterback. Like they give you the equipment. You have the top of the line equipment. Like you hear all the time that practices aren't what they used to be from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. They're not the same in intensity as it used to be because
That's why they changed the Pro Bowl game. It's flag football now.
Right. And listen, I know people look at the flag football and they're like, "Hey, it's flag football." I get that.
Yes,
And
but
I'm
it's going to save from injuries. I understand.
does.
Like
No,
it's
no,
not.
right.
It's not good that we see players knock each other out during the Pro Bowl, but they could get seriously hurt in that Pro Bowl and never play again.
I mean, they could. And I'm okay with the flag football game. It's kind of it's different. It's fun.
It's different.
It's different. So But I don't know what you can do more to prevent this from happening, except for when you're done playing, is to take care of yourself mentally. Like if you're having, for one, mental health is a big thing in life, not just sports, but in life.
It is life. But one thing I gotta give NOS to the NFL, they do give you lifetime insurance that do cover this stuff, and they need to take advantage of it.
Well, that's I think the thing with society in sports is I feel like people are too stubborn to admit that they have mental health problems.
Yes.
That's why I do agree, or I'm glad a lot of these players in every sport, whether it don't matter if it's a contact or if it's just baseball, which I'm not knocking
you can
the
get
game
a
of
concussion in
baseball.
baseball too if you get hit in the head too many times.
No, I'm just saying I'm not knocking the game, but I'm talking about the physicality of a sport. Obviously, football is the most physical kind of sport there is.
Unless you want to play rugby. Rugby's pretty rough too.
No, that's a
whole. It's not an American sport yet.
Well, man, it's a sport, but
it is.
I think that these players need to take advantage of everything that's given to them. Get the help you need. And I do give props to the NFL. They do everything they can. They pay these players enough to be able to take care of themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, and all that, because that's a big part of the game. So my thoughts are prayers with all the people that, whether they died or got injured, and my thoughts are prayers with the person that did this. I don't want to mention their name out of respect for just what happened. Please, people, if you're having mental problems, please get the help needed, especially if they're severe, something like this that is wanting you to do things like this, because you could be in the wrong place at the wrong time and something happen, and there's nothing that can be done except you just pray and hope that these people get the help they need. So my thoughts and prayers with all those people involved. And, I don't like to talk on rules, or things politically. I don't like doing that, but just hopefully people get the help they need. That's all there is to it. I hate that happened. I hate when anything like that happens, especially in the sports world, because, again, wrong place, wrong time. You could be involved with something like this. But hopefully things like that change, and hopefully people get the help they need. On to another thing. Gilbert Arenas.
Are you cursing the Rangers?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get there. Gilbert Arenas was arrested today.
Over a poker game.
This isn't. I do not, and I just talked about this. About anything outside of the sports world, like when you do things like this. I don't understand, and this is not the first thing Gilbert Arenas with gambling has been in trouble for. He and another, if you go back and watch the documentary, it's on Netflix. Okay.
About the weapons scandal?
Like, it was over a poker game because he got into it with I can't think of the guy's name. I now just watched it.
Oh, what was his name?
And Casey reminded me on the last show, because I brought this up because we were talking about things. It was over gambling, but that's not what the reason he got in trouble. I do not understand why people gamble illegally. Like, there are places and ways to gamble legally. And I think this might be the last straw for Gilbert Arenas, as in, like, people are going to look at him differently because, like, this is the second type thing that's happened to him in his career. Unfortunately, he was playing at the time. This time, obviously, he wasn't playing. Why are you gambling in your house and try to, like, that's just, you can't do it, man. Like, you could do it for fun, but you can't do it and have money involved. Like I just said the other night on the show on Sunday, if you're a star or if you're a famous whatever, actor, player, whatever, you're not going to get away with doing stuff. It's going to come to light at some point in time. Just stop doing it. Do it legally, because there are time and places you can do this stuff legally. I didn't read about it, so I don't know the details about it.
So apparently, it was over $100 million poker game, and he was on probation with an ankle monitor over a poker game he hosted in January of 2024. Got two years of probation, and he violated probation, is why he was arrested.
I mean, I don't even know what else to say about it, dude. Like, if you're already in trouble, why do you keep doing these things? I don't understand it. Like, you're a famous person in this world. Everybody knows who Gilbert Arena was. Everybody remembers his
whole
death.
podcast now.
Yeah, and I've watched it.
Well, we might not be watching it anymore because he's locked up right now.
Well, I hope he gets it together, and like maybe this one is the one he learns from, because this isn't okay. Like, I'm so tired of seeing people in sports getting in trouble over stupid stuff. It's happened a lot recently, and I don't understand why people keep doing it. So, Gilbert Arenas, I mean, get your act together, man. I love Gilbert. I thought he was a phenomenal player. I love his cockiness. I mean, he was good. But you can't do things outside the sports world like this because it will come to light. Especially you've already been in trouble for it, and then like that's the reason because you kept doing it. So like that's on Gilbert Arenas, man. He's got to get it together. And that's a big one. But another big thing that happened today, ESPN fired Shannon Sharp. This is what I hate. The world will never know what really happened with that. Like, actually happened. Yes, there are things that after that have come out, there has been videos, there have been audios, right? There has been. You can't avoid it. But my thing is, I understand he settled in court. And I think when athletes settle, people automatically think that
he got away with it.
Well, no, that they're guilty.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I don't necessarily believe that. I think that they do it to avoid going through the whole court process, avoid the limelight because it will be a national thing. I mean, it already was, but going through all that. Do you think he should have been fired? And do you think they should shut down his Nightcap podcast?
So in my thoughts is, if you were going to fire him, you should have fired him when the allegations come out. It looks bad on ESPN that they waited till after he settled to fire him. Why wouldn't you just fire him? Hey, we're going to have him let you go. And if it gets clear that you were innocent, we'll bring you back. No, you waited till after, which he was found not. They didn't say if he's guilty or if he was not guilty, but you waited till after it settled to fire you. It was kind of suspicious to me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they let him go without pay, which was the right move, right? Because you don't want to put speculation on he was guilty, and then you want to make sure he was not guilty. So you do the right thing. The no pay suspension until they figure the details out is the fair move. But they waited till he settled to fire him, which I disagree with personally.
Earlier,
you either should have fired him completely or find the details out whether he settled or not. Because again, I think personally this person was going after money because Shannon Sharp does have money. Now, granted, Shannon Sharp is a nice looking guy. But my thing is, I don't understand. I'm not taking his side if he did something wrong. I want to make that very clear. But why are celebrities, why are professional sport athletes not allowed to have a personal life without it being a big deal? That's what I always disagree with.
So apparently, by this article, the person who accused him came to him personally, said, "You either give $50 million or I'm going public with it," and she went public with it, and she only got $1 million out of the settlement.
That's what I don't understand. Why is he penalized for being a human being? He's doing nothing wrong. That's what I don't agree with. Now, if he did something wrong, he deserved what he got.
Yeah.
But if he's just being a human being and being a man and living his life because he can, why is he getting penalized for that? That's what I don't get. Now, again, we don't know what really happened. We don't know if it was a forceful act. We'll never know because the reason they settled was to drop it all and take it or leave it and be done with it. I like Shannon Sharpe. I loved him on ESPN, personally. I thought he was a great analyst. I thought he was a great commentator. I thought he was great. Because he liked talking sports. It wasn't just football. He liked talking about the Lakers and basketball. He liked it all. I loved seeing him.
Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. I loved his Lakers in 5s. All they made a little song about it. I love it. I hate this for him. I like their nightcap show. I hope it doesn't get canceled. It shouldn't get canceled because he deserves to be able to live his life and do what he wants unless he did wrong. Even if he did wrong, the nightcap show should not get canceled because it's not on ESPN. Unless whoever runs that show, which is him and Ocho Cinco, unless if there's a big sponsor or someone that sponsors that show, if they want to drop him, I get it. And they probably will because if ESPN did it, everybody else will do it. If they don't do it, I commend them because, again, if the details ever come out what's true or not true, he should be able to live his life. Personally, that's my opinion on it. So we'll see what happens with that. Unfortunately, a lot of the news we've had today wasn't the best news in sports, but it's sports news, and that's what's happening in the world of sports right now. And that's what we do here on the Bearded Bros. We talk about everything. I wish Casey was watching because he knows. I have cursed the damn Rangers. Okay? I've cursed them. I went on a rant talking about how good they were playing. I think they can make a run. And they ain't won a game since I said it. And, by the way, MLB trade deadline ends tomorrow, I believe. And they have not made a move yet. By the way, Nick, are you a Houston Astros fan or are you a Rangers? Oh, you have the Rangers. I mean, who knows? I mean, you have the Rangers, but you can still be a Houston Astros fan. You're from Houston.
I'm not part of that cheating clubhouse.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to go that route, but okay. I don't know what the Rangers do, man. They've dropped two or three now since I've said that. I have officially cursed the Rangers. They literally – hold on. They literally lost 2 games since Sunday. They lost Monday and Tuesday. They are actually played tonight at 8:38. I hope I did not actually curse them. If they win tonight, I will officially believe I didn't curse them. They got to start winning again. They went 14-2 over the last 16 games up until the last 2 losses. In your opinion, because me and Casey did talk about this, do you think the Rangers can get it going? Do you think they should make a move for maybe a closing? I thought a closing pitcher is who I think they should go after, a superstar closer pitcher. Do you think they could make a run into the playoffs and surprise some people? Because I think they actually have some of the best starters in baseball. I really wish we had Sean on here and Scott. There, by the way, Nick, I know you're new to the show, but there are baseball gurus of the sports. They're from Philly. They love they love Philly sports, but they are big into baseball. I need to bring them on one night to talk some baseball with them. But from what you know about baseball and the Rangers, can they make another run? Like, they are on a losing streak right now. Again, I have officially cursed the Rangers. I am sorry, Rangers. Can they make the playoffs?
In my opinion, I'm not going to. Even though the Houston Astros have been on that losing streak, they have held their own at the top of the division with a 5.5 game lead. They're not going to win their division. Sad to say they're not going to win the division. They could sneak in as a wild card. That's going to be very hard because they are very behind in the wild card at this moment. I hope they do. As a Rangers fan, I want to see them get back to the promised land. If they do make it to the wild card, it's going to be a 1-2 done for the Rangers. Sad to say that because of the teams they're going to have to go against in the playoffs are very stacked, and they do have a really hard rest of their schedule, the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I do think the Rangers have some of the best pitching, at least on the starting level.
Yes.
I think we like I've said about the Rangers, up until this big win streak, they either would have great pitching, poor bats, or poor bats and great pitching. Over this stretch of winning, I feel like they finally put it together. Like they had the pitching and the bats hitting, the points on the board. I think that's why they're succeeding. I think they've got to – I know it's only 2 games. I think they can win the division only being 5.5 games behind. Or they're actually 6.5 because the Mariners are in front of them. 6 or 7.5 games behind. That's not – we still have a lot. We have a lot of baseball.
That can change in a week.
It can.
The teams above us have to lose, though. That's
You're right. So the good thing for the Rangers – and we're going to talk about some games coming up because I think they have the Angels tonight. Again, they haven't won a game in this series yet. I hope tonight they break that and win that game. The next series is going to be big. We got the Mariners. That's the one above us.
Yes.
So we have the Mariners for 4 games. So this is where we can really take the jump into second. Okay. Then we got the Yankees. The Yankees have been sliding. That's another series. If we can win the series, I'm not saying win the games, but win the series will be huge. Then we got the Phillies. That's going to be tough. Those games are going to be tough. The Phillies just got their closing pitcher today, and it's a big signing for the Phillies. I think that's something they were needing. Again, sorry in advance, Sean and Scott. They can tell you that's something they needed. So they got the Phillies for 3 games. They got the Diamondbacks. They got the Blue Jays, who the Blue Jays are hot right now. You got Kansas City and so forth. So I think the Rangers have to still try to make a move for the trade deadline tomorrow. If they don't, I'm a little worried because I'm not sure. I think the only way they can make a push for the playoffs is they've got to continue winning more. Well, obviously you got to win more than you're losing, but they've got to go on another streak till they're inching closer and closer to Houston. Because I said at the beginning of the season on our preview show that I didn't even think the Houston Astros were going to make the playoffs, and I am probably dumb for saying that. I think that's just the fan in me, them losing Bregman. I think,
and especially there is in talks with the Twins that they might be getting Carlos Cabrera back.
That would be huge.
That would be very huge for them.
So we'll see what the Rangers do. Rangers. After this series, I may not say nothing for a while because I do not want to curse you. I've cursed you. I've put juju on you. And I don't want to do that no more. So I won't do it. All right. This is the part of the show where we're going to talk about what's coming up soon. We were supposed to have a guest tonight, but he got ill and we had to reschedule. So next Wednesday, we have a basketball coach at Paris High School here in Texas that is wanting to come on and kind of tell us his journey of coaching and anything he wants to talk about. And it's pretty cool. He is a Houston area fan. He likes the Oilers. He likes the Astros. He's big on Houston teams. So I'm excited. I hope Coach gets better. His name is Coach Hales. And I hope he gets better because I was super excited to talk with him tonight. And pray he gets better, and he should be on with us next Wednesday. This Sunday, we have I'm going to double check. We're supposed to have a guest on. She is playing collegiate ball at Kent State University. I'm going to get with her this weekend to confirm with her to make sure she's still good to come on. I'm actually in the works talking with some other people. I actually have a local guy that I know personally. He went to Gilmer High School, and I'm not going to say his name because we haven't confirmed. He's actually playing in. I was texting with him this week. Let me find it. Because he's playing in a football championship game this weekend. It's the Central Midwest Football League. He plays for the Oklahoma City Bears, and he is playing in the championship game this weekend on Saturday at 7 p.m. So I just want to say good luck to him. We are in talks to hopefully have him on soon to kind of tell us his journey and some stuff that's happened to him over his career and his life. And just kind of, how things have been going over there with him. I think they're going for their – I could be wrong, but I think it's their third championship in a row. So that's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to be in contact with him over the next – after this game. He's supposed to holler at me to kind of plan it out and have him on. So I'm super excited about that. I've had some other people I've talked to. I'm just waiting to to officially get them on the schedule, on the calendar to have them on. So I'm super excited about that. I know, Nick, you said you were in talks trying to get I don't like to mention names, but I know you're in talks to
an up-and-coming NBA player.
Okay. So yeah, Nick's working on that already. I mean, first show, and he's already working on some stuff. So I'm excited
and
about that.
Hopefully, we can get a good branding deal with SeatGeek coming up in the coming week.
Yeah. Nick said he's been working on that this week, trying to reach out to some sponsors, and honestly, that wouldn't just be for the Bearded Bros. Honestly,
it'll be for the whole company.
Yeah, it'd be for the Tired Sports Network. So, that's exciting. We're going to see what we can do with that. And yeah, that's where we're at with the Bearded Bros. So tomorrow, everybody, if you're watching, be here 7 p.m. Central Time for On Time Sports Talk. Casey and William, his dad, the famous, I call him the comedic sports duo. We'll be live tomorrow at 7. As he stated on Sunday, there will be some people here. There will be some people on the show. They do some funny stuff, and I'm excited. I'm going to try to watch tomorrow because let's just say there's some guests coming on. So be here tomorrow for them. Friday, Pints and Parlays, the Vegas Sports Podcast will be live. Time to be announced, but be on the lookout for that as well. And then, of course, on Saturday, our new show. I'm so excited for them to start. Nick and Josh over at the Saturday Smack Talk. I know this is a big weekend for them. They're going to be covering everything in SummerSlam, WWE this weekend. So be here Saturday. The Tired Sports, we are live 7 days a week, guys. 7 days a week. I did not think that the Bearded Bros and the rest of the shows on the Tired Sport Network were going to be where we are now. So we are live 7 days a week officially. So be here for them Saturday as it's their first show on the network. And I know they're super excited, as well as I and the rest of the network, to have them here with us. And then, of course, Sunday, Bearded Bros will be back to talk about sports, man. It's just all about what's going on in sports right now. We will be bringing in 2 more college conferences. I do not know which ones yet. I'm going to look. I am saving the SEC for last. So if you're thinking SEC, sorry if to disappoint you, but it won't be the SEC. Got to save them for last. So we'll see who we have left to pick from, and we'll do 2 conferences, break them down, talk about them, expectations, surprises, in those conferences. And then Sunday night, of course, the one and only, I believe they're back. The recognized game, Evan and Caleb will be back. I love them. I love all of our shows. I love that they are at midnight. I've been on their show one time. It was a blast. I am so excited for Talking Smack to be back. I love that segment of theirs. They talk about snacks. We did it the last time I was with them. It was a lot of fun. So that's over the rest of the week what we have going on. So be here for those guys. And of course, as always, scan the QR code to follow all the Bearded Bros and the Tire Sports Network page on Facebook. Scan the QR code. You could follow us on all of our social media platforms and streaming sites. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate the love and support from everyone. And of course, Nick, thank you for being here with me. Hope you had a blast on your first show.
Oh, I really did.
And
Hopefully there's many more for us.
Hopefully. Is there anything you'd like to say before we leave?
That's pretty much. I hope I get to do more shows and get to come talk smack.
I love it. Of course, I'm Dustin from the Bearded Bros. Have a good weekend. We'll be back on Sunday.